What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Blackie Stone, and I am back with another video. We're gonna try something new today, guys. Diving right into the video. What we're going to do is embroider left chest logo onto this really nice pullover with a 3/4 inch zipper in the front that I purchased from a local box store, Sonoma. If you guys shop there, you know which store I got it from. What I'm gonna do is just preparing this embroidery. Let me open this up. And this is a first person view, POV, guys. So give me some feedback on the view here. How are you liking it? Is it something that you would like to see in the future? What I plan to do is get back to the basics. I've been posting a lot of material lately, but it has not been my embroidery. This is my workstation. If my workstation looks somewhat like yours, messy, put a 1 in the box. Just comment a 1 in the box for me. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started, guys. I have my materials at hand on what I'm going to use. This is a mesh stabilizer, and if you guys aren't using this material, I suggest that you go on Amazon. I purchased this from Amazon. This stabilizer here is amazing. And when I say amazing, I mean amazing. I've used this particular stabilizer on t-shirts. I will put the name of that in the box later. And then I have a black mesh. This is somewhat like a tender touch. I'll finish up the embroidery with this. And it's heat bonded, so I'm gonna have to use my either some kind of heat source. Also, guys, what I have is a mighty hoop system for my 10 needle embroidery machine from Ricoma. I already have this set up. Normally, I don't know if you guys have used this before. If not, I have made a video on my mighty hoop system. But if you haven't purchased one of these for your embroidery machine, I advise you do it, because I know the initial fee of having one is pricey, but I think it's worth it. It shortens up the time on the embroidery and get in and out, especially if you're making multiple designs or similar designs on multiple blanks. This thing is perfect. I have mine marked for a left chest logo. I have it for 18. I normally make large designs. I just match it up with that. Put it down, and boom. Here's the actual mighty hoop. It actually engaged, so I'm going to have to take this apart. That's the bottom bracket of the embroidery. And what I have to do is cut my mesh to this size. So let's go over back to the table and get that cut out. I like to measure mine as far as width wise, so I'm not cutting off too much material. And it's 8 inches by 8 inches. Yes, 8 inches by 8 inches. So that's what we'll do on the table here. Let's get this out the way. Like I said, this stabilizer stuff here, guys, it's amazing. And if you haven't already purchased some of this material for yourself, I advise you to go on Amazon and get some. I use my rotary knife to cut it, and it's 8 by 9 or 8 by 8, I think I said. So I am going to use a little bit more extra stabilizer than what I actually have to do, but it's a fraction of a cost of guessing, right? So what we do is come over here and there's 2 sides to this. There's 2 sides, and it's a noticeable difference once you see it in hand. So put this, just match it up. These are magnets, right? So when you put it, this is for those that do not have a mighty hoop. So that comes down, it flaps on, stays in place. So that's your bottom stabilizer for your hoodie. And for my pullover. Have my pullover in place, and what I'm going to do is just drape it over the mighty hoop, right? Line this up. What I like to do is use my zipper, or if I don't have a zipper, what I'll do is the middle of the shirt, just to line it up, right? And that's my surface there. I have one more product that I failed to mention. And that is water soluble. Let me see if you guys see? Yeah. Okay. That's my water soluble here. This stuff is really clear. What the purpose of your water soluble, guys, especially if you're using materials like a soft cotton. I'm gonna measure it the same way. When you're embroidering, the thread tends to want to sink in to the fabric, right? And every time I'm done with this, I always put it back in my storage area, my plastic, because like I said, this is water-based, and what will happen is it'll dry out, and then I can't use it, so I don't want to waste that. But the water soluble acts like it acts like a cushion for the needles, right? What it's going to do, I'll put this right on top of the embroidering surface, right? And you can actually feel where you're at. So when it goes to stitch, it keeps the thread raised. Put that on top, and look how easy this is going to be, guys. Remember, I have the stabilizer on the bottom, and I have the water soluble on the top. So I'm gonna make it easy by saying the water soluble is a dissolving stabilizer to help keep the embroidery thread on the top surface of a your soft cottons, your jogging suit type material. And what we're going to do is boom, just like that. And now all I have to do is put it into the embroidery machine bracket. What I'm going to do first of all though is turn that on. Let me get my phone, make sure you guys can see this. Yeah, okay. I'm going to, this is like for my work shirts, guys. I already have the design set up in the computer. So all I basically have to do is put the frame inside the brackets and I'm good. But before I do that, guys, I haven't used my machine in a bit. So what I'm going to do is clean that out and see if I got my small brush somewhere. And I don't. Where's my small brush? Looks like I'm gonna have to get me another small brush. I'll most likely take this part out. Yeah, I don't have my brush, which I really should have before starting this up. But I don't know what I did with it. Like I said, oh, here we go, here we go, here we go. Got to clean out your bobbing area, guys, first. That build up. Somebody suggested me get a compressed air so I can blow that out. But you don't even want to do that, guys. A detailed cleanup would actually be to take these plates off and pull it off. See, what the compressed air is all it's going to do is push all that thread back into your machine, and then you're gonna have a little bit more problems on your hands. So let me change the bobbin on this, and what we're going to do is get this started. And this whole process, guys, is so easy and quick and fast. Like the hardest part is the design, and I already have that digitized. This is my first time making shirts for myself, and we're all set. What we go back to do, let's move that out the way. Get the mighty hoop station. This comes off, and you just load it into your machine. And if you've ever embroidered before, there's a couple of things that you have to do before you press start. One is you want to go in between your shirt and make sure no material is caught in between the needle and that embroidery arm. Move that out the way, and let's see if I have to move you guys up a little bit. Good, okay. And what you want to do is make sure that your number one needle doesn't hit the frame. Already chose my frame size. Got my design loaded. I have my frame size, my design loaded. Just want to stand up and repeat myself for that. And what I'm going to do is do a trowel outline of the design, making sure my needle doesn't hit the frame. And sometimes what I'll do is, let me get my pen because I don't like putting my hand in there. Again, guys, this is first in the world POV of my embroidery process. Put that needle down and do an outline again. That way you know for sure it's not gonna hit, especially for those close call designs. So I have it centered right on my left chest. Everything is ready to go. I have all of my needle threads assigned. It's only a 3-color design. I have all of my needle threads assigned, and all I gotta do is press start and the process starts. Okay, what I'm gonna do, guys, is let this go ahead and stitch up. And I'll be back after it's all finished. Remember, guys, if you found value in the video up to this point, make sure you give me a like, comment below, share the video, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Because guess what, guys, we post videos like this all the time, and you don't want to miss out on any of these special tips of the trade. Again, guys, this is going to be a minute, so I'll be back. It's only 6% done, and I'll be back. And the design is coming along pretty good, guys, as you can tell. I like to have my screwdriver close by, because sometimes this particular machine, I'm not sure if it applies to your machine as well, guys, but sometimes when it goes to cut the thread, it doesn't always cut the thread, especially when it's, sometimes, I shouldn't say especially, but sometimes when it's printing letters like this, sometimes that thread doesn't cut, and it leaves stragglers, which I don't like. We're looking good, guys. We're looking good. Good timing. We're about 62% in to the job. Another 40% before it's completed, right? And the Ricoma EM1010 is stitching up the design like it's supposed to be stitched up. Again, guys, if you haven't already given me a thumbs up, go ahead and give me a thumbs up at this time. And if you've made it this far in the video, write down in the comments number 2. Put down in the comments number 2. I really appreciate you guys' support. Really appreciate you guys' support. Remember, guys, at the end of this video, I'm going to give you some really nice tips that are done behind the scenes when you're completing a embroidery for a client or a customer, or just for yourself, right? Because I know a lot of you guys out there, a lot of you ladies out there have kids or family members that you like to gift things to, and you always want to give your finishing embroidery a professional touch. Professional touch, right? You can see how this water soluble is just on the top surface of the shirt. When you have a bigger design, you really can't tell the difference of what this water soluble is going to do, but there's some more stitching at the bottom that's going to complete the design, and that small stitching, you can tell the reason why we're using this water soluble. So it's not basically for this bigger design at the top, but it's basically for the lettering that's going to be at the bottom of the design. See, there we go. What I'm going to do is stop that real quick. Get my little snippets. And normally, guys, I don't have to babysit this. Let me get my tweezers. But on occasion, you may have to. You may have to do that. So let's put it back in motion and let it go. I especially will pay some attention to my cuts on lettering, or if the machine is constantly changing colors. Sometimes that cutter doesn't cut all the way, and I'm at the point where, see, that's another reason why you want to make sure you oil that bobbing area before you start. And I cleaned it out. I cleaned the bobbing area out, but what I did not do is put a dab of oil in there, and I should have done that. So this is basically my fault. I'm basically, this video is going to be unedited, so it's going to be more or less like a live video, guys. My question is to you, doing videos like this, I really like to do because I'm always in my embroidery, and to have to edit things sometimes take a long period of time. So you guys want me to go live? I've been thinking about going live lately. I know I see a lot of creators out there that have been going live. It looks like a lot of fun, and they're actually going live with other creators. This design is coming up. It's pretty good. This design is good. I may or may not speed this up in post, guys. I know the video is getting kind of lengthy, so what I'll have to do is put my chapters in. See that small stitching right there? EM1010 has the ability to do that, especially if your design is created properly. But what the water soluble is actually doing, guys, is keeping the letters raised. You'll see at the completion of the video. So I'm gonna stop the video, and I'll be back with you guys after the design is completed. Okay. All right. Alright guys, we are back active. The design is ready to come out. And what do you guys think? What do you guys think? There's a few threads that we're going to have to clean up. But other than that, I believe the EM1010 did an excellent job. Excellent job. So let's get this out of the embroidery bracket and over to the table. At this time, make sure you guys are in the frame. At this time, I normally, yeah, it's a good view. This time I normally turn on my heating source, but I already did that. So we got a bracket on top, and then we have a bracket on the bottom. Now guys, all of my embroiderers out there, you know, if that bottom bracket comes out and there's no snag, you know you've done a good job with making sure that there was no material left under the, let me turn that off. There was no material left on the embroidery arm. So what we have here, guys, is stabilizer on the front, which is the water soluble. This stuff is very, very easy to take off. Very easy to take off. Just basically rips off, just like so. And I always have a clean spray bottle. Or what you can do, guys, is, let me see if I have anything over here. You can get yourself a piece of soft fabric, right? Like a rag or something like that. And just wet that up, right? You can actually just spray it on here, but so that it's not, yeah, what we'll do is just spray it on there, because what we're going to do is use our heating source, right? So just spray it on there, right? And it dissolves. That's why it's called water soluble. And a lot of times what I'll do is get me a little soft rag or extra stabilizer and just dab it. Just pat it clean, pat it dry, or by taking off all of the excess water soluble. So that's that right there. That's in front of the design. Throw that out. So I don't need that anymore. Now what we'll do, because I'm still heating up here, I think I'm at 210 degrees. What we'll do is turn this inside out. And now we have the backing of this. This right here is not a tearaway. It's not a tearaway, but it's flexible like tearaway, guys. Easy to cut, and that's what we're going to do. Going to just cut around this particular design and see how easy this stuff comes off. Making sure that you're not messing with your main design, guys. Is very easy to do. Getting your scissors caught up, and now you got a hole in front of your brand new pullover or shirt. Boom, just like that. Now, this is what I like to do, guys. You can either skip this stage or not. I'm gonna throw this out. Looking at the floor, you wouldn't be able to tell that I try to clean up as I go, but I really do try to clean up as I go. So let me bring this a little closer. You see all those loose threads? You got two options, guys. You can either get your scissors, right, and cut them off, or keep yourself a lighter and just burn that off. This is what you do when you're making hats and whatnot, and that's what we're gonna do. We have to make some hats. My lint roller at. Take my lint roller, take off those loose pieces. I like to get mine nice and clean. Now, this next step, guys, is very optional for you. As you can tell, it's a pretty smooth surface, but it's still rough. It's still rough, right? But just like we know, for the tender touch, we like to put that extra material on the tender touch, just so that when you do put this on, it doesn't rub up against the skin and cause some kind of irritation. This is like really making the design, giving it a professional look and a professional, yeah, just a professional look. And I am almost warmed up here, guys. And my heating source is from what, Heat Press Nation, and this thing right here is clutch. It's clutch. The pull-out drawer. What I like to do first, I always have my butcher paper because I don't want my top platen to get destroyed. And what I'll do is give it a little press for 15 seconds just to get out all of that moisture. It's somewhat just like when you're pressing vinyl. And the pressure that I have on it, it's not that great. So it's like, I would say medium pressure on it. What we'll do now is measure this design, and it's not going to be a big design at all. So what we need is like maybe 5 inches by 5 by 3. Let's do 5 by 3. I like to measure all my stabilizer. This is a form of a stabilizer, but it's more like it's a finishing touch. Gives all your finishing touches. So that's 3 inches wide, 5 inches wide, 5 by 3, and boom. You want to make sure you keep your lighters and your cutters out of the reach of children if you have kids, guys. And this stuff right here, like I said, it's somewhat just like vinyl. It has a glue side, and then it has a pressing side, and it's noticeable. One is more clear than the other, and the other is more like a sparkly. So the dull side goes down, covers the backing, right? And my heat source is, what I'm doing is pressing it at 310, 315 for 15 seconds. I'm a little short on heat, 307 now, but that's good enough. What I will do is always use my butcher paper to protect and press it. I really got to clean this up. And that did not work. I put it on the wrong side. So the flaky side goes down. Flaky side goes down, dull side up. That's what I thought I did. Let's try that again. This is first person, no edit, guys. I'm keeping all these mistakes on here. That's really not a mistake. Hopefully that works. Boom, there we are. And what I will do normally is make sure there's no raised edges. If there are raised edges, simply press it again. Just want to make sure that everything stays intact. Even after you put it in the wash and dry. So that's good. Take it off the platen and back over to the table. Stuff out the way. Inside out. And boom, guys. What do you think? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This, like I said, guys, this is a work shirt. And I think we did a good job there. So that'll be a good thumbnail right there. Boom. So again, guys, that's gonna complete the video. If you like this view, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Like the video, guys. Share the video. Comment below. And look forward for future videos, guys. What we plan to do is put out more of these types of videos. And if you're not subscribed, you won't get the notification. So make sure your bell notification is set. And we'll see you next time. It's your boy, Blackie Stone. And like we always say, guys, peace, love, and respect. Gang.